Hello followers and welcome back to MrMFretwell Plays Minecraft. And in today's episode we're going to be taking a break from the fort here and we're going to be working underground again. I'm going to do a bit of clean up in the central cavern area. But before we get right into that, I just want to show you what I've done in the fort. As you can see, I have finished up that tower and I've put the battlements all the way around. And I also added this on the other side because I really like that look, and that's been about it, to be honest. I haven't done too much more. I also completely gutted out the interior and put some wood floor down all the way around, and obviously there's just torches in here at the moment. That's kind of temporary, but other than that, that's been everything that I've done at the moment. So in today's episode, because I know that some of you guys are probably not so interested in this build, I will work on something a bit different today. And what we're going to be working on is going to be down here. I'm going to work on this area. I'm going to get rid of the torches in here in today's episode. And I'm also going to add a more accessible pathway to the branch mines, because this ladder is okay, but I would prefer a dedicated path somewhere perhaps in this area, or maybe, well, that side's kind of already quite full, so I'm thinking possibly in this area, in this quadrant right here, maybe between everything, build a path down to the furnace room. Now at the moment a lot of my tools are pretty drained and I've not had an opportunity yet to stand by the zombie grinder. So worker has run down, my earth destroyer is completely run down. It's not broken, but it does need a repair, so I'm using iron shovels at the moment. So as regards what I'm going to be doing here, oh, I didn't really want to do this. I'm going to be putting lamps down, so I don't need my silk touch pick. I've used that because I went to the nether and got some equipment from the nether. I got some glowstone and I mined up a little bit of quartz as I was passing. Made sense. There we go. And the idea here is I'm going to replace each of these with the lamps. So yeah, I've got a stack of lamps, so that should cover me. This is the kind of the idea. It looks a lot nicer than torches, and it looks neater, and I think it looks on the whole a little better, so that's why I'm going with the lamp look here. We may do something as regards lamps with this, but I honestly don't know how I would do it, in all honesty, at this point, because if I kind of put a lever here it would look kind of ugly, so I don't know yet how I would want to deal with that. We could, well no we couldn't, I was thinking I could put one in the corner maybe, but then I would have to chop that log out, so we'll have to think on that for a little bit before I can make a decision. So we can put you here, and you here, and we've got to do this on the other side as well, like so. There's something down there, I'm not sure what, but I'm sure it's fine. So we also need to do here, and I think this looks better, personally. I just think it does. It kind of makes it look more finished. Torches kind of have that temporary light feel about them. So I think that this is going to be a better addition, personally. So now, all of where the torches are, I actually marked out off camera just to save a little bit of time on that front. Oh, I've dug too far. I don't know why I'm carrying the axe around. I don't need the axe right now. Here we go. Put you here. I'm going to have one right here as well. Now I've got to be careful with these near the edge of the ravine. We don't want to go into the ravine. We want to keep it away from that. We want one here. And I think that'll be almost all of them done for this side. We still have that right there, which I don't know why is there, because we have the piston light in there. Is it dark? Is it dark enough for monsters to spawn? It goes down to 8, so I don't think so. I guess I could add another piston light if I really need to. And same again here, because we have a piston light there. This is 9. Well, that's fine. So we can take those back. There's a hole here which I need to fill with a piston. Got that jack-o'-lantern there. And we're going to do the same on this side as well, so that we are looking more finished. Because I think this side now, it looks a lot better. Now, the other thing I want to do today as well is fix up this path right here. Because this never got finished either. The jack-o'-lanterns are in, but the pistons never got added. And this place is just a mess down here. This place never actually managed to get properly finished for some reason. I'm not really sure why. Things must have just kind of happened and they just got left, I guess, at this stage. So that's probably something else we'll look into doing today. Now, I'm going to do the rest of these lamps off camera because it's quite boring to watch me do this. So once I've done that, we will be back, and then we'll probably take more of a look at this corridor and trying to get this tidied up a little bit. So I'll see you in a minute, guys. Okay, guys, so I'm back and I've done all of the lamps here in the main cavern. All of them have been put in, and I'm really liking the look it gives. It's very nice and bright in here now, and overall I think that was a good change to make. Now the next thing I want to do is do this thing. So I got a suggestion from Adam Weisblatt, who I know from the Levidius gaming server, to kind of fiddle around with this a little bit more. So we're going to move the ender chest, and he suggested instead of using 4 lamps, just use 1 in the center, and I really like that because it gives it an ominous glow, I think. So we're going to try that. And I think, did I get that lever back? I believe so. Did not get that one back. That's okay. Now we'll move this. And lastly, this one. Oh, I'm going to go down there now. I don't want to waste any lamps. So let's do this. And we're going to remove the central stone block and then this. And in here we're going to put a lever and then a lamp with an ender chest on top, and now we've just got to kind of put something in the middle, and I'm thinking furnaces actually, because let's face it, we always need to use a furnace, but then again we have a furnace room over there, so I don't know. How would just order it? No, wood wouldn't look right, I don't think anyway. Wood certainly wouldn't look great. And this, I'm going to put a lamp in here. I'm going to put a lamp in there. I think that would be pretty cool. For the actual structure itself, there's not too much I can do with this, in all honesty. So we're going to leave that alone. Let me just get on top and add in this lever here. There we go. We can get the lever out. And we'll replace that glowstone with a lever. I mean a redstone lamp. Now we've just got to think about what's really going to go in here. I was thinking maybe putting an anvil in here, but 4 anvils is a lot of iron to actually end up using, so I don't know at this point. We have the ender chest and the crafting tables, obviously, and this kind of acts as our crafting area. I couldn't put storage here. It wouldn't make much sense with the storage room being just there. How would that look? Oops. I think I quite like that. Quite like that a lot, so yeah, I think we're going to go with that. I'm going to put stone bricks there. Now, the question is, do I have any stone bricks in here? Big slime down there? Yes, I'm still always looking for slimes. Seen a lot of slimes lately, actually. Particularly in that area where the zombie grinder is. There's a lot of slimes around there. Yeah, plenty of slime balls. There we are. What's that giving us? 25? I had some already, so that's not too bad. There's my dirt. There it is. So now back on task, trying to find our stone bricks. I'm sure that they'll be around somewhere. Any in here? No, no. There will be some upstairs though, so I will go and grab them when I next go off camera, and I'll put the stone bricks in here, and hopefully that should tidy this up. Oh yeah, I'm going to see that lever. Right. I'm going to have to address that, because I'm always going to see that as I'm running towards it. I don't really want that. Maybe I could... I'm thinking of actually making this into like... Instead of these fence posts here, making it into like maybe some leaves on a roof and kind of making it into a rounded roof. I might play around with that off camera actually and see where we get with that. But before we do that, I do want to tell you a little bit about this area. So as I was playing around with this area, by the way, this area is where the zombie grinder is. The zombie grinder is right there. I was thinking about what I wanted to do with it, and it turns out that I have a path here that runs almost in a full circle. So what I really want to do is I kind of want to make this into another rounded area and perhaps put a water feature here, and then potentially have two different paths here and here to two different rooms. That's kind of the objective at the moment. So in order to do that, I'm going to kind of need to have to carve this area out here as well. So I think that I'm going to do that as well off camera, because that's kind of tedious to do. So I'll cut all of that out, and then I'll probably bring you back in when I've finished this thing a little more and played around with that a little bit. And then we can start work on this area, and we'll look at adding a water feature in and building the paths to these two rooms and building some sort of staircase, I'm thinking. But we do have to be careful though, because the tree farm is right here, so we haven't got much room to kind of get away with here. So I'm going to have to kind of fumble around with it a bit. And as for this area, I'm going to put a sort of like a half glass area here, so that we can have a kind of like a viewing area to up there. I'll probably put some stone bricks down here, but we'll also take a look at that when I get back as well. So I'm going to work on this a little bit, and I'm also going to carve that out, and then I will be right back, guys. I will be back, should I say, and we'll begin to start and work on that a little more. So I'll be right back, guys. Okay guys, so I'm back, and a lot more happened than perhaps I intended to do, but I've done quite a bit of work here, as you can see. This whole crafting area thing, I got rid of it. It kind of looks quite ugly and a bit odd, so I put a fountain here in its place, and that's because the one thing that this base does not, well, didn't have, should I say, is an infinite spring. But we now have that, and I added this little water feature here to kind of fill it out a little more. So we now have a infinite spring here in its place. So where did I move the crafting area? Just over here to this wall. I have my crafting tables, an ender chest, and these things. And what these are like basic tools. So for example, say if my shovel breaks, then all I've got to do, if I think, oh man, I need a shovel just for a little bit, I can push the button and I get one. As simple as that. So I could just stock these with stone tools in case my tool runs all the way down and I just need a tool in a quick jiffy for whatever reason, and I can get one that way. So aside from that, that's not all I did. I repaired my worker pick because I burnt that all the way down, and I repaired Earth Destroyer as well. And I've also worked in here, and I cleared out like I said I was going to do, and we've got this kind of nice rounded cavern actually, which is great because I could do a fair bit with this now. Not sure exactly what I'm going to do yet, but it's nice to know that we do have that option. Obviously the lamps were done. I don't think there's been too much else that I've done aside from that really. So the first thing I want to do is get this glass here, and we're actually going to use this glass to make a viewing window over there where the other side is that we've not carved out. So overall I think that is a real improvement. Kind of got rid of that strange object and put it here along with the water fountain right there so that we can have access to an infinite spring now. So what I mean is right here, and I don't have many stone bricks on me, so we may have to do something a little bit temporary right now with this, because I want to get rid of all of this. This has all got to go, because I'm going to put stone bricks in its place. I'm going to have to just put some cobble down, kind of as filler for the time being, and I'm going to put some glass in here. Now, again, I want to kind of make it fairly straight. Maybe do something a little like that. That seems fine, I think. Now, I'm probably going to need more glass. It would not surprise me if I need more glass. I'm not going with the panes because I prefer the look of the full blocks here than the panes. The panes look great as windows, but not so much as anything else. So we're just going to stick to the full blocks. Yeah, already half the glass is gone. There we go. Coming into the last of the side section here. And I'm going to fill in this top part right here. Like so. Yeah, I'm not going to have enough glass to finish this right now. But I've got pretty darn close. I need, what, 2 more pieces? That's not too bad. So this is going to give us a bit of a different perspective. We have this here instead now. And I could put anything over here, really. Maybe as decoration, I might put something over there. But for right now, at least, that's going to solve that problem. So now we are left with this. And is there anything under here? Or is it just wood? I don't really remember. I do have a good amount of lamps left as well, so we can take advantage of that. I'm gonna tear all this up because we do not need it anymore. Get rid of all of this, and I'm gonna gut the sides out. And we're gonna put wood along the sides, as I do in this base, underground at least. Not so much up in the fort, but certainly for right here. We've got a bit of a lag spike there for some reason. And I'm going to get this in here. Oops. So I'm going to use this iron shovel up, and then I will swap over to Earth Destroyer again when I feel ready. And there we go. So that's that part done. Do I have any more wood? Yeah, I have another stack. I actually broke into a part of the mine shaft that was lit, but I never really cleaned it up in there. So there was a bunch of wood left, which I took down. I think I had some fences from it as well. I think I've got over a stack of fences now from tearing down that bit. It was the bit below the tree farm and under that central cavern area when I was putting the lamps in, so I was quite lucky in finding those. And this here, I never cleaned this up, really. I'm thinking that I'm gonna use cobble for right now, and I'm gonna tidy it up kind of as and when. But we've got all of this going on, and I'm not really sure why I was doing this, because I can just do that. Who knows? Who knows what I was thinking? I was probably tired when I was doing this and probably wasn't really thinking all that straight, so that'll be why that is. We need to put these back. Take you out. And we want you. There we go. It's not looking too bad now. And we've got... I don't know what I was doing here. Just left it all funny looking. Now, I haven't worked on this area too much, honestly, so it doesn't surprise me all that much that it's kind of been left like this. So now we've got this whole area basically kind of gutted out, so all that's really left to do is to start and actually fill it up with dirt. And handily, from actually clearing out all the land in the fort, I've been left with a ton of dirt, so I can actually just fill this out sort of as and when, really. When I have the resources to do it, I can go ahead and do that. And I think that's all we're going to do as regards this for today. Just leave it at this for right now. I've got a path here, but it doesn't really go to anything because it just goes straight into the back of where the zombie grinder is. There's the tube that they flow down. There's nothing here, so potentially I might block this off. Oh, there's a dark cavern there. How did I not see this before? That's not good. Where does this come out to? Oh, I don't know where we are now. Let me get my baked potatoes at the ready so that we can eat. A lot of coal here, so I probably haven't been here too much. Ah, we're at the other side of the grinder. I see. Hey, iron. I'll get that later. Here we are, so zombie grinder. Ah, this is one thing I wanted to show you. Look at some of the gear I've been getting here. Some pretty nice stuff off these guys. Feather falling, protection, there's a lot of protection stuff. Those are pretty nice. If you could combine them with those, that would be pretty good. Lots of pretty decent gold stuff, broken iron chest plate, some nice gold stuff. Where's the fire protection forelegs? Did I put those on? I may have done, and used them, but there was some fire protection forelegs, some protection 2 there, projectile protection 4, fire protection 3. This is a set of armor that I worked on. Helm of Desire, Blast Protection 4, Respiration 3, Aqua Affinity 1, Sturdy Plate, Protection 3, Thorns 2, Hot Pants, Protection 4, Strong Shoes, Fire Protection 4, which was a bit meh. And then I did Dastompers, Projectile Protection 4, and Feather Falling 4. They're a lot better. And I did another iron chest plate just to see if I could get one without thorns. Nope. Fire Protection 3, Thorns 2. So that's what I've been doing. Got some books and pieces here which I can use, and I'll power one bow there. Full chest of flesh. And get in that way with the other chest. I'm going to flip that up while we're in here. So I may end up just blocking that off, honestly, because I'm not going to fill it in, but I'm probably never going to use it. Unless I want to put a small room over here. Maybe I will want to do that, so I'm going to leave it like this, just to kind of shape the cave more. And all that's down here is just an old tunnel below the sugarcane farm, which there is room to put another room in here, potentially. I'll snag this iron while I'm down here. But honestly, I don't see myself using too much here because of having to kind of get it all below the sugarcane farm. Where do we come out at? Ah, we come back to the ravine. There's lots of iron down here. I keep finding these pockets of resources that I never mined out. So I'm kind of grabbing them when I can and just trying to eliminate them. Yeah, there's a ton of iron here. This is going to be sure helpful. How much iron did I get out of that? 18? Not bad. And there's that amount next to the zombie grinder as well. Here's where all my enchanting room and so forth is for the zombie grinder. So more iron here. Take it while I can. So much iron that I just seem to miss for some reason. I'm going to get that over there as well and just see how much I can amass from less than a minute mining. There's a bit more there. How much was that? 29? 30? Almost half a stack from literally just a couple of veins. And there's even more there. So we've managed to get half a stack from practically nothing, really. And this, it fills up pretty fast as well. And because of the regional difficulty, almost every monster that I come across now is armoured in some way. Whether they just even have one piece, they are armoured. I'm thinking if I want to use that path, I'm going to have to come down here rather than over here. So I'm going to block this off for the time being, as that's not really needed. So we can kind of just knock this out and clean up this a little bit. And obviously I'll come back in here with smooth stone, and I'm going to have to get my piston lighting down and so forth later, and get rid of all the torches out of here and kind of finish this up, because it never was finished, and I would like a proper path to the zombie grinder for just convenience, really, and also for safety as well, because I don't want to get harassed on my way over here, and I would kind of like it to match what I've got going on out here now with all the torches gone as well. So I'm going to put this iron away, and I think now we should work on this branch mine thing, the path to the branch mine. So look at that, got nearly another stack of iron going on there. Nice. So I chose this spot here because this spot is kind of it's the best place for it, because I want to use this wall for something, and I've already got a lot of stuff on that area. So this is going to be the best place for it. And how deep does this go? Because I kind of want the central area to be wood, and we're going to build a stairwell down to the branch mines. So we want to kind of go down a little bit like this, and then down another block, and so forth, kind of in this, around this 4x4 that we've got going on here. Let's just bring it up like so, and fill in this, and we'll probably just make it come up to about here. Might put some slabs on the top. Yeah, that doesn't look too bad. And I do have some stairs on me, so we can kind of now then we're gonna have to do this, aren't we, at every junction, because of how these stairs work. So we can do a stair here, and we are gonna have to take this out. That's not a problem. Just go and do that. And wow, is this really going to be how it's going to be? Because we're going to have... Oh, well, no. We want it to go like this, because then we're going to have our other little bit right here. Like so. So that we can then go down here and wrap around this part of the beam as well. And as far as this is concerned, I'm just going to knock this out for the time being to kind of get this working here. Now we want a wooden block right there, and then a stair here. And obviously as we go further down, we can wrap around this a little more. We're going to need another wooden block here. There's my planks. And obviously we're going to need the log to kind of come out there. And that's kind of the look I'm going for, really. I'm thinking though I want to bring this up a little higher. Not like that, like this. So that I can put a sign on it. Just saying to the branch mines or something like that. Something of that nature. And plus, because there's slabs on it, monsters won't spawn on there. Which is just that little bit more awesome. So now in here, we should have a sign. I do, ooh, and lots of stairs. Anything else I want out of here? Not really. So we can put a sign here. Branch mines, and just put a little arrow on it. There we go. Perfect. So this is gonna form, let me pick up these slabs. So this is going to form our pathway to the branch mines, which are in that general direction. It's going to be mostly guesswork on my part to get this finished, because I don't know exactly what direction I need to go in to get there, but it's certainly going to be a lot better than what this thing is. We're almost, yeah, we are directly opposite where this ladder is, because I would like to get rid of this ladder, because then, once this ladder's out of the way, I can initiate a project that I want to do with the ravine, which is going to be pretty cool as well. So we can complete the ravine then, and we can kind of complete this entire area. As far as I'm concerned, there's a couple of little changes that need to be made. For example, I'm going to put something on this wall. We need to get this chest out of here. We need to do something with that wall. But then aside from that, kind of everything has got something, if you get what I mean. That's where the brewing room's going to be, down here. We've got the storage room through there, which I may put some more item frames up. We've got room to expand down that way. So there's kind of each of the main needs this base kind of covers. We've got all the farms in this area now, apart from Cocoa Bean, which we'll probably build fairly soon. One thing while we're here, I'm going to take care of this. we'll do this improvement as well and get the fences hooked up to these. And I think there's some other ones as well. That looks a bit weird. I'm not going to do that. Not for when they're on their own. So all of this area is this area is complete now, as far as I'm concerned. The wheat farm and so forth. It's all been done here. But there are areas outside here which are not done, and I would like to get them finished. And the crafting thing is another step towards that. I've got the infinite spring. I would like to maybe decorate out this area a little more though, because it does kind of seem a little barren. Not so much this side, because you do want some room to kind of run around, and it'll feel more complete when I've got this going on here, and the access way to the cave spider spawner as well. I took another cave spider spawner out, which was under here as well, and I couldn't really do anything with it. It was in a very inconvenient location, so I decided to just take that out and be done with it, because it was serving no real purpose there. I already have a place picked out for the cave spider trap. So yeah, once that's all finished, we've took this whole upper section here and kind of completed it all, and that's great because it all looks so much better. Still love the skylight. I really like that. Now, wasn't there like another drop down somewhere that I wanted to put fences? Was it over here somewhere? Maybe it was this, but this isn't really complete yet, so I don't want to put add more work than what I need to do already to that place. But yeah, I think that's going to be it for today's episode, guys. Off camera, I'm going to work on this and getting a connection made to the branch mines, and I'm also going to clean up that area in there and kind of make that a bit more tidy. Next episode, we will be back onto working on the fort, and we're going to add a turret to that, I think, and maybe one of the big towers in the next episode. And then we'll probably come back to this again for a little bit, and we'll probably do something else maybe down here. I'm trying to think probably what we might do next, and that's probably going to be the brewing room. That's going to be the next project down here. And obviously we can also do the ravine project then, hopefully. I'm going to need to kind of do a bit of off-camera work here as well to kind of tidy this up. So I don't 100% know yet, but what I do know is that next episode we will be back onto working on the fort. So I hope that you've enjoyed today's episode, guys, and I hope to see you next episode. And until then, see you later, and let me finish these fences. This is the staircase that it needed doing on. Here we are. Alright guys, see you later, and have a good day.